Our final bit of action now from the Human Rights Day Extreme Festival Round 1 at Zwartkops, and we head to two wheels. It's the Red Square ZX10 Masters Cup, and we are in for some exceptional racing this season out of these gentlemen. So far, Graham van Breda and Sven Gruner have dominated the front end, but this year there are a couple of new riders coming up and stepping up and showing that they've got what it takes to run with the usual contenders, namely Garrett Besaidenote. Sven Gruner and Van Breda will be concerned about the fact that they are not on pole and Besaidenote is. Let's see if GB can take the pressure off being on pole position now in the Red Square ZX10 Masters Cup. Heading down towards turn number 1. Gruner got a good start. So did, the Silver Dream Racer. Yes, indeed, the Silver Surfer is up there. And Teddy Brook, as always, lightning off the line. He sits in about 4th or 5th place there. Jakke Goos will just outgun him down into turn 2. And in fact, Goos goes to 2nd place in turn 2 as, commentator's curse. Teddy Brook goes down in turn 2 and takes out a couple of riders in the asking. So a couple of guys being caught out there by the front end, washing away from Teddy Brook. Probably just some cold Bridgestone tyres there. Didn't quite have the grip that were required. And unfortunately, a couple of riders out of this one. Looks like Andre van Wallenstein might have been one of the riders there too. But Graham van Breda leads out. Heading into turn 5, it's Goos in 2nd. And Sven Gruner sitting in 4th place. Not really where he'd like to be, but Garrett Besaidenote sitting comfortably in 3rd place. Let's have a look at that incident down into turn 2. We're on board here with Teddy as he pitches it in. Sanjeev Singh up the inside, just gives him a bit of a knock. He goes down. Looks like Sanjeev Singh actually comes across, and Teddy just clips the back end of Brian Bontekoning. The two of them very lucky to survive. Unfortunately, it was Greg White, also one of the riders caught out there. He goes down and looks like he might have injured his collarbone. We wish him a very speedy recovery. Back to the front end though, and the battle continues for 2nd place. Jakke Goos fighting with Besaidenote. We're on board here with Gruner, and under braking Gruner just shows Besaidenote how to go into turn 5. He moves up one position, and Besaidenote now going to try and fight back at him. This young man certainly has got to grips with motorcycle racing in a big way, and looks like he might be a contender here at the front end for Class A, and certainly for the overall. Under braking down into GNH, Gruner looking for a way to get past on 2nd place man right now. That is Jakke Goos. Goos sitting the highest he's ever finished in a Class A competitor's race, and will look to stay there as long as he can. Flying through turn 1, the first 4 motorcycles, all Class A's except for, of course, Gruner, who is our Class B and overall champion from 2016. Besaidenote's all over the back of him. Bit further back here, Bontekoning's recovered nicely. Nearly gets taken out again. Wow, Alan Ryan doing a little bit of late braking and a good bit of opportunistic riding coming out of, you name it. As always, we see that every single time. Henk Scaling just sneaking through there and eventually finding a way through. Back to the front again. And this time it's Besaidenote closing in the back end of Goos. Looks like Gruner's moved up ahead of Goos and into 2nd place. Goos now trying to hang on for 3rd. Henk Scaling now having a good job and just inside the top 10. So 2 battles raging right at the front and then for the latter part of the top 10 and into the second half of this race. Graham van Breda doing a super job and leads things out. Well, looks like they've chopped and changed again, and Goos this time comes back at Gruner. Gruner and Goos just going at it all the time. Then Sanjeev Singh and Apana Ganapathy doing a great job. They're fighting at this stage for 6th and 7th place. Brian Bontekoning also just in the mix there, starting to close in on them, and he could possibly be the spoiler of the day. Wayne Spices has a busy day on the bike, but he's still in with a shot. And looking good. Checkered flag is about to come out. That's the lead that Van Breda's got. Gruner eventually getting up into 2nd place. So it's Class A and Class B 1 and 2 on the road. Class A winner Graham van Breda takes the overall victory here for the ZX10s. Sven Gruner in 2nd. Besaidenote, a great ride from him in 3rd. Jakke Goos in 4th. And Bontekoning surviving for 5th place ahead of Apana Ganapathy. Let's catch up with Graham van Breda.
Everything seemed to work. Still very hot out there, but it's nice to win a double again at Zwartkops. Big thanks to Red Square, to Kawasaki, my personal sponsors, Arvid, Reef Supplies, Alco Electrical. Thanks very much, guys. Really appreciate everything.